Let's move on to my favorite division because of my Dolphins being in this division, the AFC East. Um, I
I'll
want to
go.
start.
I'll go ahead and start off because it's your Dolphins. I want you to have your spiel, and
Okay.
well, we'll kind of go back and forth with this. Number one, I have the Dolphins at 11-5. I have the Dolphins. I know Andy is shocked,
My
but
heart. I wish. Okay. I disagree wholeheartedly, and that's sad to say. But if you're right, my heart will be like three times
I
bigger that day.
I'm buying straight into the coach, your coach. He
Right.
is,
Yeah.
yeah, Flores. He is just everything I saw last year. It was very impressive when he had the worst team in the league, but they performed so much better than that quality wise, and they have gotten so much better since last year.
True.
And I feel like their schedule is easy enough, but they will still play tough every game, and they are going to win some tough games and nail biters, and they're going to shock people.
So if you
I
have the Dolphins at number one, I'm very interested to see where you have the Patriots and the Bills.
Yeah, so my Bills, or not my Bills,
Or
the
Bills.
Bills. No, no, I'm not Bills Mafia. No offense, Bills Mafia. I know you're gonna be pissed about this because you thought Tom Brady was one holding you back, and now it's gonna be the Dolphins. Uh, I have second the Bills at 10-5-1. So
Aye. Who they tied
yeah,
with?
a tie. They tied with the Chargers. I have the Chargers pulling off a weird tie game, kind of. I think it's 12th. I think it's during Thanksgiving. I'm. I have to give a tie every year because every year has one game that ends up in a tie, and
True.
I just gave it to them because I feel like um, Allen is a good quarterback, not great, and he doesn't necessarily win games. He's kind of like Jimmy G, where he's good enough where if you have a good supporting cast, he's going to win you games. He's not necessarily going to lose them for you, but when you're losing, he's not going to necessarily win them for you either. Um, 10-5-1. I have the Patriots at 9-7, and the Jets at 2-14. So they're also hot garbage.
So I'll actually start with. I'm gonna go backwards and work my way up because me and you agree with the Jets also being hot garbage at 2-14. So two straight 2-14. I mean, there's nothing that Jets fans. You lose Jamal Adams. I mean, you lose the one of the best defensive players in the NFL. You don't gain anybody. Sam Darnold's not a. He's fine. He is not a franchise quarterback for it, which I mean, he's not gonna bring you to the Super Bowl. I don't see it in the future. Le'Veon Bell is getting older. He is not the same running back. You lose one of your receivers in Robbie Anderson. I mean, if you're a Jets fan, what do you have to look forward to other than the NFL draft? That's it. Look forward to the draft. You'll be a top 5 pick as long as you don't trade it away.
Hey, they're going to be tanking for Trevor.
Yeah,
Tanking for Trevor.
tank for T Law. So this is where me and you are different. My third place team in the AFC East is my Dolphins. As much as that pains me to say that, they're 4-12, worse than last year, and I do not because they're worse. I believe the problem is the schedule, and we disagree. I think there's a tougher schedule this year. We play your Rams this year, so our schedule is tough. We play
You
the
play the Seahawks.
we play the Bills twice. We play the Seahawks. I think we play the Niners. We play the Rams. Those are 7 games right there that are probably going to be losses. Honestly, we're probably going to beat the Patriots in Miami because for some reason we always do, but it's a different Patriots team. But that's 7 losses right there, in my opinion, and that's not counting the other teams we have to play. So it's not that we're worse. I love the pick. I think so. A lot of Miami fans are mad because they're starting Fitzpatrick week 1. I think that's a fine decision. I think there's no rush to bring Tua back because we have the worst offensive line in the entire league. We have no O-line. So you cannot bring a rookie quarterback who is injury prone, as much as that sucks to say, into a system where he's going to get sacked at least 2 times a game, if not more. I think our defense has all the pieces. I think our offense needs to improve. I think one more year of work, one more year of development under Brian Flores, one more draft, one more offseason. We're going to be in contention next year for the playoffs. But this year we need one more year. And as a Dolphins fan, we say that quite a lot. But moving on. So, a little drum roll there. Who's my number one? Who's my number two? I have the Bills winning the division at 13-3. I think the Bills are going to be not the best team in the NFL, but the most improved team. They're not going to be the most improved because they won 10 or 11 games last year, I believe. So they're winning 13 games this year because they didn't lose anybody. No one important. I think Josh Allen makes another great stride in becoming a Pro Bowl quarterback this year. And we might disagree on that, and that's fine. That's fine. I love Josh Allen. I think he has all the tools there. I think he is the best quarterback that came out of that draft with Rosen and Sam Darnold. I think he's the best quarterback out of the three for sure. I think you look at with the Bills, their defense is still there. It's one of the suffocating defenses that there is in the NFL. That's the truth. And I really like the addition of Stephon Diggs in the offseason. They get that receiver that they didn't really have last year. Diggs is a number one. And he's going to come out and they're going to win games, and they're going to be 13-3. But they're going to be 4-2 in the division because those two divisional losses are both to the Patriots. They do not beat the Patriots this year. That's my bold statement. Because my number two is the Patriots. Obviously, deductive reasoning, Patriots are number two. They're 12-4. And a lot of people are going to be shocked. They think that the Patriots are going to take a huge step back. I disagree. I think people are sleeping on Cam Newton. They're forgetting that this man, when he was fully healthy with a good offensive line, was a MVP quarterback who led a team to the Super Bowl. Cam Newton's good. He's a good quarterback. Even if he's just an average quarterback, there's enough. That defense in New England will win games. So I got him at 12-4. Not the best team in the AFC East, but they definitely make the playoffs again. They're not going to win the Super Bowl, but they'll be back. They're not going to just go away easy. I think Cam Newton and Bill Belichick is out for blood to prove that they don't need Brady to win, and vice versa, as we'll get to the Buccaneers later.